Good morning, students. My name is Richa Datta. I am Assistant Professor in Maulana University in Department MMICT BM HM. Today our topic of discussion is charts in MS Excel. Now, before starting with the charts in MS Excel, we will be discussing about what is Microsoft Excel. It's an electronic spreadsheet which is used for analyzing purpose, sharing, managing the information for accounting purpose, performing mathematical calculations, doing the billing operations. It is a spreadsheet which is a matrix of rows and columns similar to an accounting ledger. A spreadsheet program also provides tools for creating graphs, inserting pictures, charts, analyzing the data. Now, what are the bases of spreadsheet? It's a software tool that lets one to enter, calculate, manipulate, analyze set of numbers. It's basically intersection of rows and columns that is called cell. A cell can hold any kind of value. It could be a numerical value. You can say a number value could be there. It could contain a formula value where you are using the mathematical formulas to specify a particular problem, or you can use a textual value as well, as like for example a name of a candidate when you are creating the DMC in MS Excel. So that is a kind of a value, a character form value. An array of cell is called sheet or worksheet. A worksheet holds information presented in tabular form with the text. A workbook is a document that contains one or more workbook. Each workbook has created 3 worksheets by default. Now, a row in MS Excel is identified by a given number that starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Similarly, a column in Excel is given by a letter that identifies it starts from A till Z and so on. Now, what are the active cell? Active cell is a cell in which you are currently working. Next is cell pointer. Now, what is a cell pointer? A cell boundary that specifies which cell is active at that moment. Next comes formula. Formula is an equation that calculates value to be displayed. A formula must begin with the equal to sign. A cell address is used to specify the intersection of rows and columns of the letter and number on the worksheet. Let's take example of cell address. Suppose a particular data is in the column number C or in the row number 3. So what will be the cell address? C3. C3 will be the address of the particular, that is a column. Letter from the column, that is C, and number of the row, that is 3. So C3 will be the cell address to specify the data from that particular cell. Now, what are the components of charts? First one is chart area. Total region surrounding the chart is called chart area. Plot area, the area where data is plotted. It can be plotted in 2D or 3D chart. Chart title helps identifying user chart. Axis title gives to 3 axes like x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Data series, a row or column of numbers that are plotted in a chart is called data series. Now, next is grid lines. Horizontal and vertical lines which are inserted in the chart to enhance its readability are called the grid lines. Next come legends. Legends helps to identify various plotted data series. Next is data label. It provides additional information about the data marker. Data table defines as a range of cells that are used for testing and analyzing outcomes on large scale. Then comes types of charts. First type of chart is area chart, next is column chart, next is bar chart, then is line chart, फिर है pie chart, then is XY scatter chart. Talking about the area chart, it emphasizes on magnitude of change over time. Column chart shows data change over a period of time. Bar chart shows comparison among the individual items. Categories are organized vertically and values horizontally. Line chart shows the trends in the data at equal interval. Pie chart shows proportional size of the item that makes up only one data series to some of the items. XY scatter chart plots 2 groups of number as series of XY coordinates. Now, in Microsoft Excel, charts are used to make graphical representation of any set of data. A chart is a visual representation of data in which data is represented by symbols. Next comes the column chart. Column chart is basically vertical chart that is used to represent data in vertical bars. It works efficiently with different types of data, but it is usually used for comparing the information. Example, a company wants to see each month's sale graphically and also wants to compare them. Then in that case, column charts are best for it, and that helps to analyze and compare each month's data with each other. Excel offers 2D and 3D column charts. Next come line charts. Line charts are also useful for showing the trends. Using these charts, you can easily analyze the ups and downs in your data over a time. In this chart, data points are connected with lines. For example, a company wants to analyze the sale of products for last 5 years geographically. Additionally, it also wants to analyze the ups and downs of each year product sale. So for that, line charts are being used. Bar charts are horizontal bars that work like a column charts. Unlike the column charts, bar charts are horizontally plotted. Or you can say that bar charts and column charts are just opposite to each other. Now let's move back to the column chart. They are the basically vertical charts and they are the horizontal charts. First difference you come to know about it. For example, when we are talking the example for bar chart, it uses the bar chart to analyze the data through vertical bars to represent the data graphically. Next come area charts are just like line charts. Unlike the line charts, gaps are filled with colors in the area charts. Area charts are needed to analyze the growth in business as it shows the ups and downs through the line. Pie chart is round shaped graph that is divided into slices of pie. Using this chart, you can easily analyze the data that is divided into slices. It makes the data easy to compare the proportion. Pie charts make it easy to analyze which values make up the percentage of the whole. Pie chart is also known as donut chart. Excel offers 2D and 3D pie charts. Next comes surface chart. Surface chart is actually 3D chart that helps to represent the data in 3D landscape. These charts are best to use with large data set. This chart allows to display variety of data at the same point. A large data set is not easy to represent using other charts. Surface charts solve these problems that allow displaying the large data sets using this 3D chart. Now, we will be discussing the similar things with the help of a tabular diagram. Here you can see the chart type and when to use this chart, column chart. Column chart is used when you want to compare multiple values across few categories. These values shows through vertical bars. Line chart shows the trends, ups and downs over a period of time like months or years. Bar charts, they are used to compare values across few categories. Values are displayed in horizontal bars. Area charts show the same pattern as a line chart. This chart is best suited for indicating a change among different sets. Pie chart or a donut chart is best used when you want to quantify the values and show them as a percentage. Surface chart is different than other charts. Use this when you need to analyze optimum combination between two sets of data. Now, what are the steps to draw charts in MS Excel? First of all, you want to create a chart in Excel. Select the data including the column header, row label for which you want to create a chart. This data will be the source data for your chart. Now, navigate it through the insert tab. Yani means you have to now go to the insert tab in the Excel header where you want to see the chart section and then contains list of all types of chart. Choose a chart from here according to your data. After inserting the chart, double tab on the chart title to make it editable and then provide new valid title that suits it. Let's say for example scatter plotter के अंदर हम different charts discuss करेंगे. I am showing you one sample Excel for this. So this is my data for the MS Excel. Over here we are just taking the data. It's in the month and as well as turnover rupees of the University Cafe in terms of. So select this data, go to insert tab, select the column chart. Since I have selected it, it will show you like this way. If you want to select the change the color, you can change accordingly. There are the different patterns available as well. If you want to change it like this, you can change the order also. So you have to see what kind of chart, किस तरीके से आप चार्ट की लुक लेआउट लेना चाहते हैं, आप अकॉर्डिंगली अपने चार्ट का स्ट्रक्चर डिज़ाइन कर सकते हैं. सिमिलरली लेट्स से कि मैंने ये स्ट्रक्चर बनाया है. नाउ आई कैन एक्सटेंड दिस. इट इज़ शोइंग इन द बॉटम लाइन turnover of University Cafe. Over here 13 and 14 field is blank because they are selected. So accordingly you have to select this much field in which data is available. So over here I will just click it and I'll insert, go to the insert tab, go to the column chart, select it over here. This is how you can see it is showing. Now if you want it in a tabular form, you can see till December your data is showing in tabular form. See over here, you double click it, you can change the title of your chart as well, but it is showing correct. So turnover of University Cafe, it is showing. ठीक है जी, इस हिसाब से आप अपने इसको सेट कर सकते हैं. यू कैन इवन चेंज द कलर एज वेल, योर चॉइस, योर प्रेफरेंस अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन सेलेक्ट दिस ऑल्सो. You can select this kind of chart also. From here you can change the format as well. Next chart is, we are having 3 columns: internet user, smartphone user, desktop user. Go to select all the charts, go to the bar chart, go to the 3D chart section. Here I have selected this kind of option, so you can change it also. Insert tab. You can see 3 different columns. There is a division. Blue header show you the internet user, red shows you smartphone user, and green show you desktop user. You can even change the color scheme from here. You can change the pattern as well. See, this is overlapping values, so do not select one which is having overlapping values. Select the one where overlapping values are not there. So it is showing again overlapping values. We can select another one, and you can extend the size also of your data like this. You can do. Next come our pie chart. This is the data we are seeing it. Go to select the data, go to pie chart, insert tab. This is how we can select. You can even have the option like percentage value, or you can select it like this. You are showing the percentage value as well as different section are showing you different value. Customer usage, Android OS. You can select the chart title and you can change this customer. Over here we can rename this customer usage. This is how you can select the title of your chart. Similarly you can select it. Next comes your scatter plotter. Select from scatter plotter. Rule is always that both the values will be what? Numeric values. So from here I'll select this. This is showing you, since it is overlapping, I am just moving the chart value to this particular place. इसको हम proper insert करेंगे इस हिसाब से value. So this is how the scatter plotter is here. From here you can select the type of plot. You can see it with the line, grid lines, chart layouts. You can select over here. You can switch row and column. It is showing, so you can switch that also as well. Or if you want to undo, you can undo that. If you want to change the color, you can select the color changing scheme is also available over here. You can change accordingly. Last one is like you are selecting from here, then go to insert tab, then comes your area chart. I am selecting this area. This is showing the area chart. There is trend in the area. Accordingly you can select the change over here, different types. With this you can select turnover of university over here in a tabular form. Table is also showing at the bottom the values, and insert its axis accordingly. Fine. This is how you had to do the changes. If any queries you can ask. These are how the different charts can be represented in MS Excel. You have to select accordingly. Even you can switch rows and columns as well in the chart. Even you can select the data and you can swap it, you can change it. Okay? So in the this particular section we are done with all the work, but the main points is our plot is dynamic, means whenever you write or rewrite the value within the data table, the change gets reflected. Any questions? Thank you.